you guys just being on the computers and being able to push everybody through bracket really quickly. It's been very helpful. It's been super nice.
Yeah. Well, I didn't see what the match was going on right now. It's Jonas
This is
versus
going to
Spike.
be Jonas Lee versus Spike.
I heard that Jonas is a really good Ness, and he was actually one of the favorites to actually win this whole entire tournament.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I know a lot of the guys from 404, we've had a lot of favorites, and, the more people that have signed up, the more of our favorites have been changing. So
I feel like that's a good thing because
yeah.
now they have like more of them, like more motivation just to get better.
Yeah.
And it's honestly great.
And a big thing, too, with everybody coming out and seeing all the extra talent, I think this is going to, it puts us kind of more in a mindset of, being, 404 not being the only one. Like I was telling Jonas Lee earlier, we don't want to compete with 404, but we want to kind of work alongside them to build the Georgia Smash scene.
Because people know that we could be one of the strongest regions in all of US.
Oh,
if people just came and played locals and practice.
It's hard to get out here in Georgia. Sometimes and that's the one big thing with Roy versus Ness. Roy actually has to make sure he hits towards the end of Ness's up B with that counter in order to hit. Otherwise, it just passes through. And I think it's just a timing thing. I think Ness moving at a certain speed just blows through Roy's counter.
But also the thing is that you saw in the first talk that Roy just got easily gimped by up B just by the tail end of it, and it was just it's kind of sad because Roy's a really good offensive character, and he just still has a pretty bad recovery.
Well, and you can't give a character everything, and right now I think one thing that Ultimate definitely has is no character is just that overpowering.
Yeah.
We don't have a Bayonetta, we don't have a Meta Knight that kind of commands that, the meta, and commands what best character is, and nobody has all the tools. And I think Ness having the tail of the up B is a really good tool for him to have off stage.
And I think what's really good in this game is that a bunch of character specialists can actually do pretty well in their locals and their majors.
I was reading earlier today on Twitter that it was just like how many characters don't have high enough level representatives, but are really, really good characters.
It was really good to see Wrath and Toast make top 8 at Frostbite because
Absolutely.
those characters just struggle to hit the barrier and make top 8 and majors like that.
And taking it with the up B, spiking a little aggressive off stage there. Maybe trying to double dip a little bit too hard.
I feel like you just gotta go for it. You gotta go for it with somebody like.
Sometimes you do, but those Hail Marys, especially when you're a stock down and it's going to be a stage spike.
Yeah, but honestly, I think it was a more risky move to try to go for it, especially at such a high percent that you were at to lose your stock that way. But
putting on a show.
Yeah,
putting on a show because if it'll work though.
But
if it'll work,
I'm pretty sure this is to qualify for top 8.
I think so. I think this is going to be our last round of pools here.
Yeah, Johnston.
And a very fast start here, and this might not be the easiest matchup for Roy now because looking at it, me and Johnson were talking about it last go around that it just Ness has a weird matchup spread of he's got disjoints, he's got the projectile, and he's got movement, but Roy he's kind of one of those characters. He's a brute force character of. If he's going to beat you, he's going to beat you by killing you.
Yeah.
He's not going to gimp you. He's not going to cheese you. He's going to kill you.
Yeah, because if you get gimped by Roy, honestly, you're doing a bad job playing against Roy.
And it's just, Roy he's got the Fire Emblem off stage. He gets to throw a fair off stage. He gets to throw a bear off stage. And that's really about it. There's not really a whole lot of extra off stage there's going to be command other than maybe trying to throw out one of these counters here.
I think what's very unfortunate with Spike right now is that he's getting a bunch of the sour spots.
Well, and he's able to play off the advantage, too, because this is still a very even game. It's a whole lot more even than it was last time. But that right there, the aggression getting called out by the up B, but still being able to close it out with the up air is very, very strong.
And also, Spike's really good at, just shielding those falling, neutral beasts.
Right.
No, not neutral beasts, side beasts.
And it's one of those things, Spike might have just not have known what he was in for right here. But surviving at 120 for the Ness back throw.
I do not know how he's doing it, especially with how light Roy is right now.
Yeah. And going for the up smash, maybe a little bit too much, but just struggling to land right now and doing his best to just make this stock last as long as possible.
I mean, he got 31%. I mean, he could have either just went for ledge or just got an extra percent on him.
And the drop down smash, right off the halo, just playing the invincibility for as long as he can.
but all these whiffs from Spike right now is really costing him a lot of percent.
Yeah, but these trades are going to be in his favor. A lot of pressure on the shield from Ness, just kind of throwing out those aerials and just throwing out big hitboxes and going for it with the F smash and getting a back air for his troubles.
If he would have like spaced that correctly, he probably would have killed him.
It's very possible.
But right now, it's just they're playing the neutral very well, and of course you're gonna get eaten by the F tilt.
The F tilt, I think the down tilt was to kind of pressure the shield, see if he'd drop it, and then catching the option.
Wait, is he dead?
He is dead. So it's a 2-stock in the other direction this time. So, and kind of ending the same way of doing the up B and getting hit off the stage. But, you know, it worked out for him this time. So hopefully we can see, you know, maybe a little bit of extra momentum. I think, do we go back to PS2 one more time?
Yeah.
Obviously. Obviously.
I mean, if it's working for both of them, they might as well just stay.
Yeah, and that's just it. Is nobody had an advantage on PS2.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the way PS2 is shaped, I think Ness probably has a little bit better of a time here, a little bit easier of a time, because he has those platforms he can pressure and platforms he can play around. And, you know, Spike, I hope he proves me wrong. I really like Roy. I like watching Roy. I think he's a very interesting character. You know, you want to talk about pressure, that was some pressure.
Yeah, that was literally the first 10 seconds, and he got almost 69%. He almost got the sacred number.
And he's sitting here at 90, and, you know, it hasn't been free by any means, but, you know, honestly, already scared of anything
Yeah,
Roy can throw out
I think all that percent really shook John Sleep, to be honest.
Yeah. Because that was a lot of disadvantage for Ness. And Ness having, you know, some pretty good get off me options with nair and back air, but not, you know, again, percent just tends to make people's mindset go a little, you know, a different kind of way. And the nair, and I think both of them tried to read the jump because they both waited just a second, but Ness, you know, having a little bit of a faster option with the neutral air.
But just Jonas is just reading all these these hops, like all these empty hops, and just getting a really easy percent on them right now.
And that's going to be an early percent, dying right before he hit 80.
I think he was DIing that way because he was probably aiming to go the other way.
I think that was possible.
Because dying at 70, though.
And this is you know, Roy can do it. Roy's a character that can definitely kill, you know, one good side B string, one good up B, you know, or not up B, side B string, one good up air string, and this could be closed out very quickly.
Nice of John Sleep to, you know, air dodge straight to the stage to make sure he didn't get any more hit.
Up air trade, and this is where, you know, I said the trades were in Roy's favor earlier. This is not where he wants to be traded.
Yeah, I think he's playing too aggressive right now, especially with this percent that he has.
Well, and it might be, you know, it's a do or die situation. This is Spike's winner stock right now.
I think this is a best of 5 set, maybe. I don't
think so. I don't think we're doing best of 5 until we hit. But that's going to be untakeable, and it ends the way it began. Game 3 goes to Jonas Lee, and